Here we're here at the Barclays Center, home of the Brooklyn Nets, and getting ready for a big game against the Orlando Magic. But we're talking to Brooklyn Nets scorekeeper Herb Turetzky. Herb, how's it going tonight?
Absolutely wonderful. Always great to be here in Brooklyn.
Definitely. You've had such an historic career. There's plenty of milestones. We had a chance to speak briefly to your wife earlier. She said you started this venture in 1967.
Yes, sir. I was a college senior at LIU in Brooklyn.
What interested you in scorekeeping? What drew you to that?
When we were kids at the Brownsville Boys Club, when we weren't playing, they taught us how to do everything. We refereed, we kept score, we kept the score clock, we swept the floor, we brought out the equipment, and we learned how everything had to be done. And I've always kept it in my mind.
Well, I mean, it's never been more important than in baseball as kids. You know, when you get that scorecard and you're keeping track of the innings that go by. For basketball, it's a little different. Most kids don't grow up with that knowledge, but that was something that obviously drew you. Has it been exciting for you over these years?
Every game is exciting. My best game is the next one coming.
That's a great attitude. Well, I mean, how are you feeling about these milestones? Is this something that you're going out into the future? You're looking at? Well, there's no horizon for me. I'm just gonna ride it out.
No, there's a horizon. I've realized I'll be 70 years old this week, and the horizon is close. Next year is my 50th season with the Nets, and I'm not sure I'll go beyond that or if I'll let it finish up officially.
We might be breaking some news here tonight. We're definitely going to come back and talk to you about it then. Well, let me just ask, what's the feeling like if you go after that 50th year and you close out? What do you like to do after you leave the Nets?
That's the problem. That's why I can't give too much thought to it. This is all I do now. I retired from my businesses, and I'm strictly the official scorer, and that's it.
Well, let me just ask, what was the business that you were in?
Well, I was with the New York City Board of Education for 20 years, and then I ran a trophy business in Queens for 26 years, all the while I was doing this. And since I sold that business, this is all I do.
Well, that's an interesting thing. I just got to ask you quickly, because that trophy award business has changed over the years. They're giving them out now to everybody. I know you knew back in the day you got an award if you were the best in your field, in your sport. Do you think it's gotten a little diluted these days with everybody getting, some awards?
I still haven't gotten over the fact that in 1960 we played in a tournament in Harlem at the Wagner Community Center, and they had the trophies displayed at half court on a table. The ball came over and knocked them off. We came in second, and we never got our trophies. So 55 years later, I still miss those trophies.
Well, we're going to have to put a little investigation behind that. No, I know what you mean. I mean, trophies were important, and they were, I think, much more valued back then, so we can understand the sentiment. Herb, I just got to ask you, how important has your wife's support been while you've been doing this?
This has been a family venture for us. When we first started this, we were both college seniors, and it was our date nights. I would take Jane to the Teaneck Armory. She'd sit in the stands. We'd have dinner. We'd do a ball game, and then go back home. And I'd drop her off and go home and go to school the next day.
That sounds so romantic, so poetic. Herb, we can't thank you enough for giving us a little bit of your time. Continue to break the milestones and charge forth to that 50th year. We look forward to talking to you when you finally decide to hang it up.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Definitely. Clyde Davis is on the ones, and we'll be back at you shortly.